Tonight, an arrest for murder in Virginia after teens tell authorities an age-old childhood prank, the ding-dong ditch, turned deadly.
Playing ding-dong ditch at 3 a.m. is effing stupid in a country with a Castle Doctrine and over 300 million guns. Like, what the hell did you think was gonna happen? And I hate to break it to you, but ding-dong ditch doesn't mean what it used to. This isn't just pressing a doorbell and sprinting off giggling into the night. These kids are kicking people's doors, full force, like they're trying to break in.
Yeah, we just waiting to get shot.
Okay,
Yeah,
pretty
I
much.
You know what?
Calling the
Anything
police.
for the
I hope you
content.
know
Anything
this.
for the content.
The Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office saying in a press release it was 3 a.m. Saturday morning when they got a call for a burglary in progress where shots were fired. Deputies found 2 people with gunshot wounds on the scene. 18-year-old Michael Bosworth Jr. was transported to a local hospital where he died just hours before his high school prom. His stepfather telling me he was a student athlete who played lacrosse, football, and wrestled, now gone.
Now, let's not get it twisted. This is tragic. A kid is dead, but 3 a.m., loud banging, multiple people outside your door? You're not thinking prank. You're thinking someone's trying to break into your home.
Another teen grazed with a bullet, telling investigators, according to court records, they weren't trying to break into the home to steal anything. They were just ringing doorbells and running away. And a third teen, not shot, telling authorities the same story and showing police a similar video from earlier that night.
Now, let me ask you something. If you got 3 people outside your home at 3 a.m. kicking or pounding on your door, you think you're gonna stop and say, oh, this must be for TikTok? Nah, you're reaching for a gun, and rightfully so.
The question is whether a resident can claim self-defense in such a case.
In Virginia, if you are going to use lethal force, you have to be in fear from the perspective of a reasonable person of bodily harm, great bodily harm, or death.
Fear has to be reasonable. Well, when your door is being attacked at 3 a.m. in the morning, what's unreasonable is not assuming something bad is about to happen.
The sheriff's office saying the butler is held on no bond at a local jail. We haven't been able to reach him or an attorney.
So now the homeowner is in jail and everyone's acting like the only thing these teens did was play with a doorbell. Let's break this all the way down because what you're being told only scratches the surface.
The investigation is still ongoing and may uncover if it really was a ding-dong ditch that led to shots ringing through this neighborhood and a young life lost.
All right, let's walk this one out. Do I think this guy should be in jail? Not based on what we know right now, and here's why. First of all, we've got to stop pretending that ding-dong ditch still means what it did 20, 30 years ago. Back then, it was a goofy little prank. Now, it's grown adults filming aggressive stunts at insane hours for social media. And when I say aggressive, I'm talking full-on drop-kicking doors. That's not a prank. That's home invasion cosplay. And the time matters too. 3 a.m., if I'm asleep and my door gets kicked or banged at 3 a.m., I'm not running through prank scenarios in my brain. I'm thinking this is about to be bad. And most reasonable people would feel the same. So for everyone clutching their pearls like, he should have known it was just kids, let me remind you, they weren't kids. They were 18, adults, legal adults. And here's the thing, these guys were already filming themselves earlier in the night doing this prank. So where's that video? Why isn't this one on camera? Because either they didn't record this attempt, which doesn't add up since others were filmed, or they did record it and what's on that video gave the police a reason to press charges. And if that's the case, say it. Don't just throw this guy in jail and let people assume he just shot a bunch of people for nothing.
A high school senior shot to death while doing the stunt, his friends say, for a TikTok video. Now the homeowner, Tyler Chase Butler, arrested and accused of second-degree murder.
Context matters. Now, legally, Virginia doesn't have a strict Castle Doctrine statute, but courts recognize your right to use deadly force inside your home if there's an imminent threat. But the line gets blurry when you shoot through a door or outside the threshold. The key term here is overt act, something that makes it clear they intend to harm. If these guys were violently trying to break in, that could qualify. If they were running away and he shot, that's a different story. But we don't know that yet. So until we do, I'm not okay with throwing this guy in a cell for second-degree murder just because after the fact, someone said, oh, it was just a prank. We don't know what he saw. We don't know what he heard. And we don't know what he felt in that moment. And if you've never had someone beat on your door in the middle of the night, you don't know what it's like to go from sleep to survival mode in 3 seconds. Look, do I think this is tragic? Yes, a kid died. Absolutely, it's tragic. Do I think these kids were being reckless? Yes, absolutely. But tragedy and stupidity can meet at the same time, and both sides can be wrong. I don't want people dying over pranks. I also don't want people going to jail for defending their homes when they thought they were under attack. And let's be honest, these pranks aren't about fun anymore. They're about going viral. And when the game is clout, the stakes get dumber, louder, and more dangerous. So here's the message to everybody. If you're a teen thinking this is funny, it's not. And if you're a homeowner, you better have the training, the judgment, and the legal protection to defend yourself without ending up in prison. Because clearly shit like this is happening more and more. So you're gonna want some type of legal protection if this ever comes up, if you have a gun to defend yourself. And that's why USCCA sponsors this channel, because I think they're the most comprehensive membership when it comes to legal defense whenever you have to use your gun in self-defense. So if you want to learn more about a USCCA membership, I'm going to put a link in the description section of this video. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now, you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together, we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.